So this is the first section of this course. Let's just get started. First thing which you will need is a green screen footage of yours. You can use someone else's clip, but I would just suggest that you shoot your own footage. So first of all, you will need a green screen, and well, this is my bedroom, and I have this is not a professional way to set up a green screen, but I don't have a stand, and I don't even have the lighting. I have made a DIY lighting, but it's not required in the first section. So just try to get your just try to set up your green screen like this, and place something like this so you can sit on there. And the the purpose of this first section to is to shoot your green screen footage in a way that you are playing a video game or something like that. I'll show you my own green screen footage which I've just shot yesterday. So this is the green screen footage of mine, and it's me sitting like that, and I don't have any control in my hand, but like I'm just acting just for the thing. And to be honest, you don't need any lighting for this step. You can just use window lighting, and it's fine if you just mess up with the lighting, because in the first section you won't need any lighting, because the project which we are going to make in Blender is like your face or anything. It won't be visible that much, and only focus will be on the TV, as if you are playing the game at night and it's like dark in your homes, something like that. And I'll just show you how you can just create that. So make sure you have that clip like this, and after that you have to open After Effects. Click on new composition. If you have a vertical footage, make sure the width and height matches like this, and it changes the frame rate to 30 because my footage is 30 fps, and just click on OK. Now import your footage. So this is my footage, and I just have to make sure which part I wanna choose. And the scene which I'm going to make in Blender, which will be like I think 8 to 10 seconds. So I need something like that. So I have to trim this clip and press on this clip and press Ctrl Shift and D and just delete this, and to 45 just delete it. And when you're in the last frame of your footage, press N. So this is our final footage. This is how it will look. But now the main part is to first track, like create a mask, so that we can just delete this part of the area. So we can just delete this area, and then we can just use chroma key and remove the green screen. So for that, let's just create a mask like this. Try to get the marker close to your subject or your whoever is in the clip. And then when you are done, just click on the drop down, go to mask, and make sure you're checking on this inverted. And now we can use chroma key, and for that go to effects and presets and search for key light, and here it is. And then choose a color which is near your subject. So I think I'm gonna use this one. And if you see the green, the green screen is removed, but we have to properly check whether our subject is affected by that or not, because it would look messy. So for that, click on this drop down, which is written as final result. Click on the drop down and select screen matte, and now you will see this black and white, and that's completely fine. And now what we have to do is just make sure the white part is properly white and the black part is properly black, because as you can see, the white part is properly white, but on the edges it doesn't look that good. And in the black part, here you can see a bit of brightness, and this part is dark, so we don't want that. So for that, click on the screen matte and click on the drop down, slightly increase the black. If you see this pixel, just play your footage and then slightly increase the play. Don't overdo that, okay? Then slightly decrease the white portion. See, I messed up here, so the colors have been exchanged here. We don't want that, so press Ctrl plus Z, then increase the white slightly. And I think this look good. So I'm gonna again click on the screen mat and click on final result. And if you just wanna see how this properly looks without the green screen, you can click on this button called toggle transparency grid, and it will show you the proper like your footage. What we can do right now is click on your footage, then press on P, and then we can slightly move it in the middle. And now we can just play the footage to see if there is any problem, and I don't see any problem here, and it looks really good. And to render, click on composition, then go to add to render queue. Now click on output module and then choose the format to, let's say, QuickTime. Then make sure the format option is animation. Then make sure the channel is set to RGB plus alpha, because if by mistake you just choose RGB, it will render the whole footage, but there will be no transparency. So we have removed the green screen, and it will be like complete waste of time. So make sure you are selected RGB plus alpha. Then click on OK and choose your output location wherever you want to save that. For me, I already have this After Effects exports. Like, it's a folder where I export all my footages. I'm just gonna name it as me playing video games. Then I'm just gonna click on render. Okay, so the render is done. So now we can just import this same footage in our render. You can save this project if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that. And I'm just gonna open Blender. So now click on general, and as always delete everything, and first of all just save your project. Now what you have to do is, let's just do one thing. We can just first, let me just give you the outline of this project with this with this tool. We will have this plane like this. There will be let's say uh, there will be a furniture, and on that there will be uh, a TV. Then here it will be and here there will be a sofa, and you know there will be wall like this, and the camera will be somewhere like around here, and my footage will be over here. And in the TV we'll use just a gameplay video from YouTube. So that's how we are going to create this. And the room will be like completely dark, and there will be only single light which will be emitting from the TV, and that's all we need right now. So I can just delete this. It was really a bad masterpiece. Okay, make sure just create this project and save it as soon as possible. So later, whatever you do, just you can just press Control and S, and it will just keep saving the project. Okay, so now we can start modeling the house, and like the proper will look like the proper environment which we want. We are not going to model everything. We are just gonna use free assets because it will save a lot of time for you and for me. And there's this add-on called Blender Kit, and we are going to use that add-on, and it's a free add-on. You can just go to Google and search for Blender Kit. Let me just show you how to do that. You can just search, for Blender Kit add-ons and open the first website. Click on download the latest version, and this is a very helpful add-on because it actually saves a lot of time while creating an projects. And I personally use this only. So let's just search for let's first add a furniture. um let's search for table free first. Make sure you select the free first so we get the free 3D models first. mm, this one is good, but no, we want a feeling of the the living room, not a bedroom, something like that. um this one is good. This one is actually good. Let's just see if we don't find a better one, we can just use that. And uh I think that was actually good. Let's just use that one. And it's downloading and it's done. Let's just increase the size, and we don't need this one. I'm gonna just delete that. And I'm just gonna I'm just gonna select everything but not this empty, and press Alt plus V, then clear and keep transformation. And then I'm gonna select this this empty right here, and then I'm gonna press Ctrl plus P, and then object keep transform. Now we can delete this one. And if we move this probably moving like this. Rotate it on the Z axis 180 degree, and the location, let's make it 0. Now we need a TV, and for that let's just search for TV. Mm, increase the size, then rotate it like this, and place it like this. I think this is fine, and you can just use any gameplay video from YouTube, but we can do just we can just do that later. And for right now, let us properly just place the assets and make it a proper environment. Now we have to search for the sofa, and let's just get a very comfy one. um this one is nice. I'm gonna use this one right here, and then increase the size, rotate it on the Z axis. Okay, let's just increase the size, something like this. Now rotate it on the Z axis like this. The distance is fine, I guess, and I think the size is also fine. The size is fine. No, let me just increase the size just slightly. Okay, that's it. Yeah, this is looking good now. No, I think that we just press Control plus. This was fine, like the size. Now what we can do is add a plane and click on Z to go to the top view, and Let's just properly scale this, something like this. Then I'm gonna extrude. Uh, no, let me just, yeah, do it like this. Then I'm gonna extrude this. I'm gonna extrude this three lines on the z-axis, something like this, and it should be fine. Now, let's just get it. Now let's just get the camera, and for that, click on this camera and press Control Alt 0. Then just zoom in like this. Yeah. Yeah. This should look good. I think that I should decrease the size of the sofa just a bit. Yeah, and maybe just uh you know ex not extrude, but uh yeah, make it something that it is. Okay, now it is looking good. Maybe increase the size of the TV slightly. Yeah, now it looks good. And we can do one thing. We can add few like some props, because if you see in the video games too, you have this a little props somewhere, lying somewhere here or there. It just looks more realistic. So for that, we can what we can add is, let's say, books. We can add books. Let's search for books, and I'm gonna use something which is, yeah, this one, because the texture looks good. So if the texture looks good, it will look good, like realistic. And make sure that you are not like properly placing it, because we want it to be slightly on the z-axis, because if you see in the real world, we have this thing of imperfection, because nothing is perfect. If you just just I just want you to uh, pause this lecture for a second and just look around, and you will see that there are so many things which is not properly placed. If you see your chair in your home, it's not properly straight, it's slightly like this. If you see anything on your table or something, it's not properly in a place in a perfect way. So it just adds more to the realism. So slightly just make it like this. And if you want, we can just select this TV and also these empty, and slightly yeah, make it like this. And we can also do that for the sofa also, lightly, yeah, like this, because it just adds, you know it just looks more realistic. Because if we just make it straight, everyone knows it's not like real, because it's perfect. So make sure you just keep this in mind. Now we need more props for this, and let me just see what we can. And we can add something like a statue, or I don't know, like a flower vase or something. Let's search for mask. Would look good. I'm gonna place it like this over here, and increase the size like this, and it looks good. This looks good. Let me just get the camera uh, like this. Hmm. Now it looks good. And uh, now if we go in the material preview, just wait for a second and you will see the textures popping up right now. Well, this is how it looks. And now we can add a texture for the, like, for the walls and for the base, create a new texture, name it as walls, create a new texture, name it as base. And for the walls, we can go to the texture and search for walls. Or let's oh wow, maybe something like this, and we can find maybe a good way. We can maybe use this one. Let's see how it looks. And it doesn't look good because we have to go to edit mode, then select everything, click on view, then click on see. Right now, this is how it looks, but it's fine. Just wait for a second. Go to UV editing and zoom out here. Select everything. Increase the size like this, and you will see this is how it looks. And select this, base, and select this base and click on assign. So now we can assign a different material for that, and adjust tiles. Let's just search for tiles, and we just need a very decent and very simple use this one. The tiles looks actually good. We can do one thing. We can add a different texture for this left one. Let's just make it completely black, and let's see how it looks. Uh, wall 2. Let's just name it wall 2, and let's search for legs marble. This looks good. Let me just increase the size in the UV editing. I think it is okay. Maybe add more books in the shelves. Rotate it something like this. So well, um, this is done, and now what we can do is we can import our own footage which we have exported from After Effects. And for that, just go to image, then click on mesh blend. If you're using an older version of Blender, it will be like image as plain, but in the newer version, like I'm using 4.2, so it's showing me mesh blend. So just don't get confused in this. So this is the one for me, and well, this is my footage. I have to make sure that it looks, yeah, it looks good, because I don't want to make it look like I'm not actually sitting that, which will look actually very fake. Yeah, I think something like this would look good. And yeah, I think this is fine. And just press on just press Ctrl plus and just press Ctrl plus S and just save your project. Now this is fine for right now. Now we can do one thing, and just open YouTube and search for this GTA 5 gameplay no commentary, or you can just use any game of your choice. Let's say this is my favorite game, like one of the favorite game. So I might use this, or if I find a better gameplay, I might use that one. We want something like the thing is that the footage which we are going to use in Blender, it will emit light, okay, and that will be the only light which we will have in our first section of the project. So make sure you get a certain type of a footage which emits different types of colors, so it will emit different types of color light in our Blender. So I think I'm gonna go with this one because it's moving fast with the car, and you will see what I'm talking about right now. I'm gonna get this. Just copy the link and search for YouTube video downloader. Okay, we can finally download it in 1080p. So okay, thanks to this site. If you have any problem regarding downloading this footage or something, you can always search on YouTube. Well, this course is for Blender and VFX, so I'm not gonna focus more on this stuff. You can just search on Google, YouTube, anywhere, and you can just download whichever you like. Or if you want the easy way, you can just play your game and just record your own footage and then use that in Blender. But this is just an alternative way, because I can just record it right now, or show you how it's done. So just try to do it yourself. Well, my footage is still downloading and it's 1080p quality, so it might take longer. So while it's done, you can just import it in Blender, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so my footage is downloaded, and I'm just gonna use that in this TV. See, if you're using a free asset like I'm doing, you will probably get this, different materials here. So find one which is like the screen, and make sure it is actually the screen. And as you can see, this is the screen. So we can just edit this material and we will have this gameplay footage on this T. So go to shading. Then like this is our screen. So I'm just gonna delete this and add image texture. Then connect this node to emission shader, then connect this node to the surface. Now open the footage which we have just downloaded, and this is the one. And don't really know the uh like the total number of frames, so I'm just gonna name it, I'm just gonna set it to the in infinity, let's say. um the start frame will be to see. Okay, this is not properly in the, like, I have to change something in the UVA today. So um make sure just select the screen and select everything here, increase the size, and make sure you are properly like properly placing it like this. For me, I don't have this, I have this, extra uh, extra area here, and I can just stretch it like this, because it will stretch on the TV, which I don't want that. So I can just stretch slightly and then increase the size. And now if I go to the shading and increase the strength, it will look like this, and it looks good. Then change the start frame to, I don't know, the frame is not moving. I don't know why. Maybe now it will move around. Well, it's not moving. I don't know what's the problem with this. Let's just make it 500 and click on upload refresh. Okay, now it is moved. Now let's just change the start frame to, let's say, 500. No? I don't know what's wrong with this footage. We can do one thing. Just open After Effects. Well, this is just complicated. So I'm just gonna, save some time and open After Effects and click on New Composition and set it to like 1080p 30 fps and open your footage. You can just manually trim it here and it will save a lot of time. It's done. Now uh we can just add that same footage here. This one. Let's just make the frame to uh, like total number of page equal like 800, and this is how it would look. It looks good. I'm actually playing this game. We still have to make sure all the lighting things is completely done, and we can do that. For that, uh let's just go to the camera view and um it is EV, I guess. It is EV right now. We can just switch it to cycles, then make sure the device is GPU compute and make the samples to, let's say, hmm, let's make it 15. For the viewport I'm gonna use 10, and make sure the motion blur is on, and yeah, that's it. As you can see, we have this look, but it's not looking that good, right? And now here comes the part where we add volumetrics. For that, just add a cube, increase the size, and just make the cube to, let's say, v for volumetric. Just don't forget that. Then go to shading and go to render view. In the output properties, click on render region. Now in the select the V, click on new material, delete this principal PSDF. Uh, you know, use this volume node and add uh principal volume and make the density to, let's say, 0.2. It's not that good. I'll make the anisotropy to 0.75. Let's just make the density to 0.05. Yeah, this is how it should look, man. This is how it should look. Okay, now we can do another thing. We can increase the emission of the TV, and let's just make it to 5. Oh my god, this just looks really good. Well, if you're into filmmaking or something, and sometimes you can use this techniques to just get your scenes ready. Let's just render the single frame and see how it looks. It still doesn't look that good. So go to the world properties and make the stand to 0. That's it. Now you have the proper darkness, because if you press Ctrl plus Z, you still have this some light here, and we don't want that. We want proper darkness, and we want only light coming from the TV. That's it. We can add a camera shape, but first let's just see how it looks. Make sure the frame rate is 24, and let's in the render make the next samples to, let's say, 9, and for the viewport make it 7. Now let's render it and see how it looks. No, actually, we can do one thing. Make the noise threshold to zero point 0.1, and now let's render it. No, actually, this looks good. No, there is a problem, because if we zoom in and see like the TV, it's looking like AI generated, something like that, because we have decreased our sample a lot. So there we have just two choices right now. Okay, the one is we can go ahead with this. The max sample is 9, and it gives us like somewhat of AI generated uh, gameplay footage. And option number two is that we can use a higher number of samples, let's say 15 or maybe 20, and might get good quality of gameplay footage. Well, it all depends on your time and your hardware of your PC. I have a good PC, but still I don't have the time to just render, literally everything. Um, Maybe I can, check. Let me just make it to 15 and let me just check, because uh, when we were using like 15 samples, we got the total time to render somewhat around 40, I guess. I don't think 10 seconds would do any problem. Let's do one thing. Let's make the max samples to 15, and let's get the noise threshold to the default value, and we can increase the span of the emission to, let's say, 8 this time, and check how it looks. Maybe we can mess with uh this. Hmm, this looks great. Can get the stand back to 5, and yeah, let's just render a single frame and let's see how it looks. So our uh of render is done, and to be honest, um like the gameplay still looks AI generated. So I don't think there will be a problem if we use 9 samples, because the total time to render just a single frame is like 49 seconds, which is way too long. So we can just make the max samples 9, change the noise threshold to, let's say, point 2, and this should, I think this should look good. Now we can go to compositing and click on use notes, and now what we can do is add a beaver, so we can view our changes in the real time. If you press V, it will zoom out. If you wanna zoom in, you can press Alt plus V. Now I'm gonna use first lens distortion, and I'm just gonna just click on fit and make the dispersion to 0.02. Let's just make it 0.02. Okay, now it looks good. I have this this chromatic aberration somewhere here, and it looks great. Now I can add the RGB curves, and make sure this the last node, whichever you have, it might be less distortion, RGB curves, or anything. Make sure you have connected to both of them, because if you just connect it to, let's say, the viewer, you will see the real tensions right here, but when you render it, this composition will not be connect to the final render. So make sure you connect this to both of them. Then let's just try to decrease the contrast, and let's see how it looks. No, I think this is fine. Slightly, I'm gonna increase the blue slightly, then increase the green a bit, and decrease the red. So I've gave it a bit of cinematic light. Uh, the red, I've decreased the red, increased the green, and increased the blue as well. If you want, you can copy the values right here, but it actually depends on your on your project and the clip which you are using, because that will be the main source of like from the from where the light emits. So while so that is it for this one. Now we can go to render properties, sorry, output properties, and we are going to render it as frames, and later on you can just in After Effects or in Blender, whichever software you like, you can just convert it to like video. I don't have any problem like if you render it as video, but the only problem you will have is you won't be able to change the frame rate later. Suppose you just start to render and suppose your computer gets shuts down, or like any problem, or like think of any problem, and suppose your render gets like it gets it gets shut down like on middle of the render, so you won't be able to properly render all your you know all your you won't be able to render the full project properly. So I think the PNG sequence is better, because suppose you have rendered it till let's say frame 100, and your PC is really hitting too much and you think you can render it maybe later, so you can just pause it and make sure you remember the last number of the frame which you just render, and then you can just copy that same number and make it like and just paste it on the start, so it will just continue from where you have left off. And that is it for this one. Make sure you have selected PNG format, and also in the render properties, in the color manager, make sure it is set to standard, because as you can see, the we have it was AGX already, but we change it to standard. Well, you can use any of them, whichever you like. There's not any compulsion, but I think I'm gonna go with AGX. It just looks better. But if you want to properly see the colors, because in the AGX you won't be properly able to see the color. Like if you added the RGB curves right here, it won't be that accurate as compared to the standard. But I think I'm gonna go with AGX, and it's all done. I can just click on render animation, but first I have to assign the output location. Open the folder, name the file as frames underscore underscore. Then it will be like frame underscore underscore, and it will be the like the frame number after the underscore, and it will assign it automatically. You don't have to do anything about that. And well, that is it for this section. Just press on render animation, but make sure you just press Ctrl plus S before that and save your project, so that you don't lose your progress. And then you can just click on render animation, and that is it. So see you in the next session. Bye bye. The first thing which we'll need is to shoot a green screen footage, just like we did in the first section. But in this second section, the clip which you're going to use, it should be high quality. It doesn't have to be 4K. The resolution should be minimum 1080p. And the footage which I've shot right now, it's from iPhone 50, and it's my mom's phone, because the phone which I have is the camera quality is really bad. So I just prefer using my mom's phone for shooting. So you have to shoot something similar like this, as if you're just standing in front of a green screen, and just like you can just act as if you're just looking at a scenery or something like this, because we are gonna actually create that kind of scene. So just make sure you shoot at least, I think, 8 to 10 second shot. If you want a longer shot, you can surely shoot that much. So the clip which I used is actually very long. It's like 49 seconds, but I'm gonna just trim it and remove the green screen in After Effects. So let's open After Effects. So just import your footage and follow the same step as you did in section 1. We are not going to do something different this time. It's just a simple process of removing the green screen. So it's a very long footage. So I'm gonna search for a proper uh, at least 10 seconds, which I think should be perfect. Okay, so now what you have to do is Let's just zoom it slightly and then press E, and yeah, this is proper. And make sure that whatever your movement is, it's not going outside of the grid screen, because it will be another process to delete that part. So we have this footage. Now we can just create a mask with the pen tool. So now I'll just play the footage just to be sure that my like I'm not going outside of this mask, because if I do, then I have to change it ASAP right now before I delete the green screen. And I think this part is it's like it's not intersecting, but um it's really close. So I think I have to get the mask to like something like this. Yeah. And now we can just remove the green screen. So search for Keylight 1.2, then click on the eyedropper and select a color which is very close to yourself. So I'm gonna use this one. Now go to screen mat, just like this, just like we did in the first section. And become it screen mat drop down and increase the black slightly. And now decrease the white. Maybe increase the white and now increase the black as well. And now we can just play the footage just to see if it's looking good or not. And the black and white part is properly it's showing properly like the black and white color. So I think I'll go with this. So when you're done, click on final result, and also make sure you click this button, toggle transparency rate. So now you can properly see uh, your footage. So now when you're done, go to composition, add to render cube, and this is a very important step. I'm just repeating it for revision. So click on the format and choose quick time. Go to format option and make sure it is set to animation, so we can render it as like RGB plus alpha. So basically RGB is like the three colors, red, green, blue, and the alpha is like the transparency. And then press OK. Now specify the destination and just click on render. That's it. So the render is done, but there is one step which we need to do before we import this footage in Blender. And that's the actual main point of this whole project. We can just simply import this footage in Blender, but the main part of this whole project is to create realistic shadows like the depth map. And we are going to use another software which is Switchlight Studio. I'll just show you how to do that. So please pay attention. Close your After Effects or save if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll just show you what is this software. Okay, I have to actually log in because it's been I guess it's been a lot of days I haven't logged in. So let me log in first. So this is the software which I'm talking about, but I'll just show you how to download that. But before that, I'll just explain you the concept of this software. So it's like first you shoot your green screen footage, but without any kind of shadows or something, because if there is some shadows, like a little bit, it's okay, but if it's more, then it won't properly give a realistic results in this software. So this software basically creates a depth map. It's not like you're actually standing in a 3D scene. It will generate that kind of lighting and shadows that when you see it, you will actually feel that yes, it's actually real, but it's not. So this is basically the depth map, and we are going to use this material extraction. But before that, I'll just show you how to download this. So go to Google or any search engine and search for Switchlight Studio download, and click on the first link called Switchlight. So this is the official website. So just click on this button, Switchlight Studio, like this yellow strip, and we'll open this Beeble.ai website. Just click on download, and if you are using Windows or whatever, just click on that. Mostly you will be on Windows, so click on Windows and just save it and install the application. And when it's done, it will show you the icon on desktop. So just click and open the software. And when you open the software, uh, there will be a problem. Well, it's not really a problem, but the thing is that you will have to wait like maybe 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour, depending on your PC hardware. So you should just follow the whole step and you install the software and then open it. On the left side, like exactly here, if you see in my screen, it's like 100%. It's showing me 100%, like it's completely done. But when you but when you install this software for the first time, it will take a lot of time. It's some kind of process, and when it's done, only then you can use this settings right here. So the first time when you install and start this software, it will take a lot of time. But later on, it won't take much time. Like it will be just seconds, and this process will be done in seconds. So just wait for that, and when you're done, just scroll down and click on this material extraction, and here you will have to select your PNG sequence, but we don't have that right now. So the thing which we'll do is open After Effects, create a new project. So we have this footage right now, and what you have to do is export it as PNG sequence. So go to add to render queue, and the output module, click on format and make sure it is PNG sequence, and make sure the channel is set to RGB plus alpha, and click on OK. Now create a new folder, name it as frames, and just save it and click on render. Just close the After Effects, and in the Switchlight Studio, click on this input image directory, open the destination where your frames are, and just click on open. Then select the output directory. So I'm gonna create another folder here, and let's name it as Switch Light Export, and then click on extract. It will take some time. As you can see, it's showing me loading AI model verified. So this process will start, and I've got an error, a JavaScript error according to main process. It's completely fine. Just click on OK, and your process will start here, and it will show you how many frames have been processed. So just wait for some time and it should be done. When you're done, uh like when you're like this process is done, then you will need an add-on for Blender, and you will find it if you just scroll down, and here it is. And make sure you click on Blender. It's also for Unreal Engine, but we are using Blender, of course, so click on Blender. Then just save it wherever you want, and in Blender, go to Edit, Reference, and go to Add-ons, and click on Install from Disk. Then just install it. And if you just search for that Switchlight Studio, you will find it right here. So now what you have to do is press N, then go to this Switchlight Studio add-on. Then you will see this PBR directory. Click on this folder and just find your directory. So for me, this is the one. This is the first directory, like with the errors. So if I just click on accept and click on load PBR sequence, it will show me this error. So I have this second directory. If I just choose this one and click on load PBR sequence, it will get me this this setup, camera and light. first of all, just get the camera here like this. Then increase the size of the plane like this. Then for the point light, make sure the power is, let's say, 30. And make sure your render engine is, you don't worry, we are gonna render it as cycle, but I'm just showing you how this software works. Like, we've just created the depth map, right? So how this works. So for that, make sure it's EB. Then go to render. And this is how it's looking. Just focus on uh this area. The shadows are so realistic. See, even for my jeans, it's showing realistic lighting and shadows. Now we can move ahead with creating the grass. So for that, make sure the render engine is cycles and choose the device to GPU compute. Make the samples to 10. Make the viewport samples to 7. Make sure the motion blur is on. Then go to curves and viewport display. Make sure it is set to sweep. Now create a new plane and make the size something like this. And now um, go to particles. Click on this plus icon, and we are going to create grass. Click on hair, and here you will see a lot of hair popping up right here, and it's fine. Let's just decrease the hair length to 0.3. It's too short, so let's make it 0.5. mm, okay, I think 0.5 is fine. And just leave the number to 1000. It's fine. 1000 is basically the total number of grass present here. If I make it 10, it will show you grass on this plate, like total 10. So let's just book it to 1000 only, because we can just change it. We can change it again later, and it's fine right now. Uh, let's go to materials, and now click on advanced and go to the physics tab and slightly increase the browning. And then what you have to do is go to children and no, actually just go to hair shape. Let's just change the shape of the glass and uh slightly just decrease this diameter root. Now we can go to this children and click on interpolated, and now you will see a lot of number of grass, and the viewport display amount is 10, but the type render amount, it will be 100. So if we just check how it would look, um it's actually massive. We don't want this much, but actually it looks even better. But let's say, what if we use 50? Okay, 50 is fine. We can use 50 for both viewport and render. And we can also change the length. I think length is fine. Then let's apply a material so we can clearly see this grass. So for that, um we are going to use the same add-on called blender kit. So go to material and search for grass, and there will be a lot of grass. So let's one by one check them out. So we have this massive grass, and now we have to do something. go to particles again, then go to clumping and change the clumping to something like this. Can even change this shape to give it more as if it's properly the grass. And if, as you can see here, it's looking like grass right now. In the source, we can just change the distribution to random. And if you go to render, we won't actually see how this looks because we don't have the lighting right now. Go to HDRI and search for, let's say, mountains. Okay. And there are really, good mountain area here. Let's first use this one and see how it looks. We can later change on. Let's go to shading and go to camera view and click on render. And also make sure this render region is checked. So we only see this part. Actually, this material of the grass, it's not looking good. So I'm gonna change it. And I'm gonna maybe use maybe uh maybe this one. Okay. Uh, if- and it's actually yellowish, so I can just use this hue and saturation, and I can just change the hue like this. And for the HDRI, just click on this object and go to world. Now you will see this mapping, this slightly not slightly. If you just change the value of uh, just change the z value and see how it looks. We want something like this, right? So we can just also change the value of x. Okay, so now this is looking good. We go to the if you properly see this in properly full screen, you see it actually looks good. And also, we are getting this realistic lighting and shadow on my shirt and on my jeans. But if you see the background, it's not it's looking really like blurry. So we can just again download this and make it 4096. It will be high quality image. And as you can see, it's actually high quality image, looking good. Now we can do the animation part where we'll animate the grass and we'll animate the camera with the camera shift slider, and that's it. So first what we'll do is animate the camera, which is very easy. But first we have to make sure how much frames we are going to render in this full project. So hover your mouse here and press Ctrl plus T. You will see the time here. So I think 5 seconds is fine. But if you want, you can render till 8, or it's it's your choice. I'm gonna just render it till 5 seconds, which is 122 frames. Now what I can do is, if I see properly, this shot is looking really good. So just go to the last frame and press I. So it will add a keyframe. Now go to the first frame and zoom out the camera slightly like this and press I. You have to actually increase the size of this, you know, so it doesn't look uh fake. And we can just move it like this. So it will be like camera is going like this, but with some camera shake. So we'll use this add-on called camera shakify. If you want, you can just go to Google and search for camera shaky site add-on, and this is the first link, and just click on get add-on and just download it, import it in Blender and enable it. That's it. And then click on this camera. Now you will find this tab, a little tab called camera shaky file. Click on this plus icon, and if you see there are a lot of shake in the camera. So in the shake, click on the wedding. The wedding is really good for usually everything you make. I mostly use this preset like the wedding. And now if you play the animation, it's showing a slightly camera shake. If you want more camera shake, you can increase the scale to let's say 2, and now it will show you a lot of camera shake. So now go to the first frame and check in the render if it's looking really good or not. I don't know, but I have to. I think I should change the material of the grass, but there's something which doesn't seem right. This one, let's see how this one looks in the render. Hmm, no, this doesn't look good. Maybe let's see this one. Okay, I think this should look good. It is looking okay. Let's just render a single frame and see how it looks like in proper in the render. I can change the hue and decrease the saturation just a bit because it's looking too much greenish, and grasses aren't like this normally. Let's just change some settings in the particles. In the clumping, we can decrease the clumping even more, and also we can change the brown here slightly, just increase it, yeah, like this. And also we can just decrease the display amount to let's say 20, and slightly decrease the brown because I've did too much. And now if we render it, mm, actually what I think is that um you know I think I should increase the number of children and make it to maybe 50. This doesn't look good. I think 15. I think 50 was fine. So uh let's make it 50 for both of them. Pre-port and render both. See how it looks now. Let me just first change the color because the green part is just too much. And I can just simply use hue and saturation again, and then increase the hue, maybe decrease that. and decreases saturation slightly like this. Now if we render it, okay, the color is fine now, but still there is something weird with this grass. It's actually too much thick. So we can do one thing. We can again group the particles, and you know, if you see this is too much thick and this isn't grass actually. Uh Go to hair shape, then decrease the diameter scale like this. Yeah. Now it is looking now it is looking good. Now we can maybe increase the display amount to let's say 80, and also increase the length slightly like this. Now if we go to render, and it should look good. Size seems to be short. Let's make the I just have to change the length. Let's make the length to 1, or let's say zero point 0.8, nearly close to zero point 0.9. Then render it again. Now it is looking good. Now we can move ahead with the animation part. The camera is fine. Now we just have to animate the glass. And for that, we can first add a wind. So go to force wheel and choose wind and rotate it like this. I want the wind to be coming from this direction. If you just play the animation, the grass won't move, and that is the result for that. Uh, the wind like this, you know, the the flow of the wind is too much. So I'm gonna decrease it. Like the strength, let's make it 0.3. And now, even it actually depends on your preference. I think zero point 0.3 is fine, because if I go for let's say 0.1, there's no wind. Make it 0.7, there is a lot of wind. So if there is a lot of wind, then the footage which you're using, there should be something, some movements. Like if you're wearing a shirt, it should be moving as if you're actually standing somewhere and you're getting this wind from your right direction. But my footage, it doesn't have this moments because of some weight. So I have to make sure that, and I also make sure that the strength which I use is similar to the real time when I shot my footage. So I'm gonna make the strength to 0.3. Now we have to add another force field, which is turbulence. Now basically what this does is that if you just play the animation and move this turbulence like this, you will see that grass are moving. And now the wind is working right, but now what you have to do is make sure the turbulence is properly moving, because we just have to slightly move the turbulence, because if we move it like fast, it will show as if there is a lot of wind and there is a lot of movement. So go to frame 1 and make sure the turbulence is somewhere like this, and press I. So you will have this first keyframe right here. Then go to frame 120, 122, sorry, the last frame, and slightly change the position uh, like this. Here press I. So if you play the animation, it will look like this. But now just make sure you have selected both of them and choose the interpolation mode to linear. Now there is slight movements, but if you want to decrease this movements to even less, you can just get this keyframe, life last keyframe, and set it somewhere on ahead. And now we have even slower movements like this. No, maybe 130. Yeah, this looks good now. When you're done, go to compositing, click on this view nodes, and get a viewer connected, then get RGB curves connected to both of them. And now we are gonna change something here. Decreases the blue slightly because we are gonna make it, slightly warm. And now add lens distortion. Uh, Click on this split and make the dispersion to, let's say, 0.02, and this is fine. And that's it. Now you can go to output properties. Uh, well, we are gonna render it as a frame, so frame rate doesn't really matter right now. Just go to file format, make sure it is PNG, and set your the destination folder. Name it as frames underscore underscore. That's it. Now just save the project and click on render animation, and that's it. Welcome to the third section of the course. In this section, we are going to create something really crazy. In this section, I'm going to transform myself as a superhero. Well, I don't have the costume, but I have the VFX skills. So let's begin. So as we read in the second section, I'll just show you my green screen footage. So you just first see how it is, and then you shoot your own footage. So we can just use that footage in our Blender project. So I have shot two footages, and it's like, I'm just standing, and I have this cloth wrapped around here like this, as if it's like a cape. But remember, it's not a cape, it's just a simple cloth. And what we are going to do is, in Blender, like, first we'll import this in After Effects, then we'll remove the green screen, and we'll then import that footage in Blender. And in Blender, what we do is create environment, and with the help of cloth modifier, we are going to create a cape, and it will look as if I'm a superhero, and the cape is behind me, and it's like moving with the flow of wind, and it will just look really crazy. So just make sure you shoot your footage like this, or you can just wear the costume if you have, but I don't have one. So I was just wearing my casual outfit, and just wrap the cloak around here, so it would look as if I'm wearing a cape. So yeah, that's it. Just shoot your footage and then import it in After Effects. So in After Effects, create a new project, create new composition, and the footage I've shot is from a phone. I'll make sure it is set to this, like uh, this resolution, and the frame rate is 30 because my footage is shot with 30 FPS. Then I'll just change the duration to 1 minute. Now we can just import the same footage. I have two footages. What I'll do is I'll just import both of them and see which one looks better. So I have this one first, then I have this one. This is a bit close compared to the last one. Then find the proper 10 seconds. Just follow the same steps which we did in the section 1 and 2. Okay, this looks good. Now we can increase the size for this one, and then change the position like this, because we only care about this part. Now we can create a mask like this. Okay. Now just play the footage and make sure your subject in the green screen isn't going outside the mask. I'll just increase slightly this part. Then Go to effects and presets and search for key light, and then choose a color which is very close to your subject. So I'll go with this one, and then I'll just go to uh, screen mat, and now we can change the black and white values right here. So first of all, decrease the white and now increase the black. Okay, this looks good. And let's play the footage and see if there's an issue. I don't see any issue, so I think it is fine. Now make sure it is final result. And yeah, that is it. And if you just pay attention for a second, I've shot this footage in a way that the light is coming from my right direction and shadows are seeing in the left part of the body. So in render, we are going to create the lighting with the help of HDR in a way that it also matches my footage, and we're going to make it same as if the light is coming from the right and the shadows are in the left side, so it just blends in properly. Now we can just render it and export. So click on add to render view, then output module, make sure it is quick time and the format is set to animation. Then make sure the channels is set to RGB plus alpha and hit OK. Now just set the destination folder and just press on render. That's it. Now in Blender, create a new project and save it. Now what you have to do is just import the footage which we have just exported from After Effects. So that, press Shift plus 8, go to image and make sure you set this mesh plane. Then just import your footage, and this is the footage of mine, and I just have to properly rotate it. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Now we can start creating the cape, then we can animate it, and then we can uh, then we can set up the environment, then we'll do the lighting with the HDR, and then compositing and render. That's it. So let's start with globe modifier. We are going to create a cape. So now to create a cape, you need to create a plane, and then let me just move it like this right here. Then rotate it and move it up. Then I'm going to change the size on the z-axis like this. Then press tab, go to edit mode and subdivide it. Let's make it 20. So the thing is that the more you subdivide, the more resolution it has while while it's in the cloth modifier. So let's say if you just make the number of cuts to, let's say, 10, not even 10, let's say 5. So it wouldn't move properly like a cloth. It will be it will move more like a paper. But let's say you make it 80, it will look like really thin and soft cloth. But we don't want 80, like it's really it's too much. So let's just make the cuts to 20. And yeah, that is it. Now we need to do one thing. Click on this button, data object data properties, and make sure you select this face icon. So you can select any face, and then now just select it like this, and then click on this plus icon and just click on assign and name this as pin. So what we've done right now is that we have created a vertex ring which will help us in the growth modifier. So when we apply the cloth modifier, only only this part of the section will be like a cloth modifier, and this part will be as it is. Just imagine like this is like a hook, and this part will be attached to it, but only this part will move, and this part will be as it is. It won't move. I'll just show you how this works. It might be confusing if it's a first cell using this modifier or creating a cape, but I'll just show you how this works. But first, just make sure you create a vertex group, select all these faces, and just assign it. So now, when we go to physics and click on this cloak modifier, then scroll down, then go to shape, and in the pin group, select this vertex group which we just created. Let's get wind first, so we can keep checking how this animation looks. So then rotate it on the y-axis like this, and slightly this with it 45. Okay. Make the strength to like just 50. Now it is still decent. Let's make the strength to 200. I think I should subdivide it more, like only this faces. Let's subdivide it even more. And now if you see, it's moving more like a cloth, but the wind is not affecting it that much. So we have to increase the strength. So let's make it K compressed this time. Okay, this is fine right now. We can do one thing, and that is select this phases, and click on this icon right here, which is proportional editing, and just we have to decrease the size on the y-axis. So like this. My actually mouse scroll is not working, so I have to change the size with the page up and page down. Actually, it won't work like this because we have subdivided this part, but not this one. So press Ctrl plus Z. Yeah, and now select this faces. Then with the proportional editing tool, change the size like this. Let me just select lines instead, and now we can change the size. Yeah, this is how I wanted it to be. And now we can select the this line, and then just like this. Maybe this line too. We can now. Let's see how it looks. No, it doesn't look that good. Let's Ctrl Z. This time we just slightly change it. That's it. Slightly. And let's let's see the animation. And this time it looks good. But I think we can. I think we can just increase the size of this one like this, and this should give us a good animation. Yeah, that's it. This is exactly how I want it to be. Don't worry, we're gonna change the settings in the wind later. We are going to also change the direction of the wind, but this is just for the initial stage where we just focus on the cloth more than the wind. Now, in the cloth modifier, look for collision. Here it is. Then click on this self collision so it doesn't intersect with its own faces. Then start the animation. It doesn't look crispy because we don't have the good faces. So select these faces, then subdivide them. Now see how it looks. Let's just increase the strength of the wind to, let's say, 800. Let me just decrease the flow in 20. If you see, the cloth is properly moving as if it's actually a cloth. If you see, this part looks pixelated. So for that, select the cloth, then right click and press shade smooth. That's something which you can do, and that is select this cloth modifier, go to modifier and look for solidify. So it will make this cloth a bit thick. Okay, I think this is fine. But no, this kind of looks a bit too much thick. Let me just slightly decrease the value to, okay. This is fine. This is slightly thick. It's not too much thick. This is just slightly thick. And uh, then we can just change the direction. Let me just unhide my footage. Yep, like this. Then we can, first we need a camera so we can properly judge the angle and everything. So let's add a camera, and this time let's just make it cinematic. So make the resolution X to 2100, make the by resolution to 900, and make sure it is set to render region. Then zoom out a bit like this. Then choose our clock modifier. Let me just rename it to key. Then just, okay. If you just focus on the camera, it's look like it is looking like as if it's really a cape. But still, we have to add a material for that. Change the direction of the wind. Let's just first change the direction of the wind so it just looks better. Let me just rotate it on the z-axis like this, and yeah, that's it. Now if we see, yeah, not exactly, it's not looking good. Okay, wait, you can, yeah, we can do, we can make it like this. No, Let me just decrease the strength to 500. I think 800 is fine, but I have to change the direction for this. So I finally created this cloth, and it took me some time to create, the proper animation for this, because it was, really so messy to just animate this cloth, because I'm using a lot of, subdivisions for this. So I had to create two wind directions. So this is how it finally looks. So now what you can do is change the color of the of the cloth. Let's go to material, create a new material, name it as cape. Make the base color to just make it red, and then increase the roughness slightly to match properly with this cloth. You can just use this eyedropper tool and select this color, and now if you see, it is blending properly. At some point, if you want, you can change something, right here. So now what you have to do is go to physics and just scroll down to cache, and yeah, here it is. So so it will start from frame 1 to frame 250, and then later while rendering we can skip this starting let's starting, maybe 50 or 60 frames, because in the starting phase the animation will be, like start from this phase, and we don't want this. Then just click on big, and it will take few seconds, and okay, it's done. So now if we play the animation, this is how it looks. We can just start from frame 50, like our, project will start from frame 50 to mm, 220. So we'll only render this part. So the animation part is done. Now we can set up the environment. Make sure you're using this Blender Kit add-on, and click on this 3D button and search for terrain, and make sure you have selected this free first, so it will show you the free add-ons first. Let's search for something, very like, yeah, something like this. There are a lot of good terrains in this add-on. Okay, so this is the terrain, and yeah, it does look good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. Let me just open a new window here, so we can uh you know uh like check the we can check the camera. Then this angle would look good, and then I can just delete this tab, and now make the render engine to cycles, and device to GPU compute, max samples to 10. Make sure motion blur is on, and then just go to the render view for cycles, and let's search for sky. Now we want a good HDR, right? So Let's see how this would look. Um, Go to shading, then world. So now we can change the HDRI from this. First, move the Z axis. First, change the value of the Z axis, then X, then Y. Actually, this doesn't look good. So maybe I'll just use a you know different one. Maybe this would look good. I'm using a very high resolution HDRI. So I got this HDRI and it looks actually good, but only problem is that the terrain doesn't look nice. This terrain doesn't suit that kind of fog. So I'm gonna replace this terrain with something else. So let's just delete this one. If you find a very good one, it's completely fine. You can use that one. But for me, I'm gonna use a dark terrain. In the camera, let me just make the focal length to 30. 30 is too much and it's 35. Yeah. Then zoom in slightly and then I can edit this. Okay, this looks good. Now let me add volumetrics. Let's create a cube, increase the size. Let me rename it to B for volumetrics. Add a principled volume, then make the density to 0. Then slightly increase the emission strength to 0.0. Let's say to it's too much. So 0.0, maybe not. Okay, so this looks good. Like it is right now. For the HDR, I can decrease uh the intensity to let to 0.5 or maybe even less. And if I just add a sunlight just for the shadows to come in, there's the thing we can do. Let's go to excels.com and search for the sky. So we can add a sky image as a background, which would look really good, like this one. Or let's find even better ones. Uh, this also looks good. Now go to image and then like the images claim. Let's first try this sky. Then increase the size massively. So we have this three nodes here. Delete the principal BSDS, add emission node, connect it like this, and yeah, now you'll see. If you see it like this is how it looks. So yeah, this is the thing, and then we can also add this one. Then saturation right here. Increase the saturation. We can also change the hue. We can make it blue. We can change the emission strength. So if we just decrease this, the emission will go away, like the fog which we have right now. We can change the emission color to, let's say, a bit of slightly blue. But no, let's make it a bit of warm. Warm just looks really cool. I don't know why, but I just mostly use warm tone in every project of mine. Okay. If you play the animation from here, this is how it would look. But we need to animate the camera. Select the camera, go to frame 50, and also add camera shakeify. Make the preset to bedding, and change the scale to 2. Then uh, zoom out a bit slightly like this. Add a keyframe. Then go to last frame. Then zoom it like this and add a keyframe. Now, if you play the animation, this is how it would look. That is it. Now we can go to compositing. First, render a frame, and we are using like 10 samples. It should be complete within 20 seconds. Let's hope. Then go to compositing. Then distortion. Click on fit. Make the dispersion to 0.02. And now add RGB curves. Then uh, let's decrease the contrast like this. Then decrease the blue slightly. Increase the green slightly. Let's decrease the green slightly. And for the red, just leave it like this. And let's add glare. Then choose pop glow. Then make the threshold to, let's say, 2 or maybe 4. Okay, this is cool because now this gives a bit of bloom like on this shoulder and like on the shoulder part. Maybe decrease it to, let's say, 6. Mm. Or maybe increase the lens distortion to 0.03, and I think this is fine right now. Okay, so that is it. Now we can just get this ready for the render. So go to output properties and let's create a folder. Make the name to, let's say, GS superhero. Name the frame as frames underscore underscore and press enter. Make sure the file format is PNG. So now just press render animation, and that is it.